who buys a Time magazine anymore? I don't know anybody.
Recent studies paint a grim picture of the decline in local newspapers and the impact that is having on our politics.
It all prompts the question, as local newsrooms and local news coverage shrivel up, to what extent does democracy shrink with it?
Across the country, there are deserts of news. Local newspapers print fewer pages less frequently, and in some cases collapse entirely.
The loss of local news coverage in communities across the United States. The findings noted that as a result, Americans are not adequately informed.
Yeah, the local audience, your impact is much greater. In terms of seeing how your words affect people's lives. Like when you write for something like Forbes, you can end up with, like 2 or 3 million readers a year, but that's spread across the world. It could be concerning for our democratic processes because newspapers and TV stations have traditionally been, and by traditionally I mean the past 100 years or so, the go-to sources of shared information. And that shared part is really important. Figure out how to create media systems and channels that make sense to today, then I'm not worried about newspapers and TV stations going away. I think in some ways that could be good for us, but those systems have to come. And in the meantime, papers are closing all the time, and TV stations are forgetting some of these smaller communities because they just don't have enough people to cover them. That in the meantime, there's nobody actually looking close enough at City Hall, and especially people who are trained to look at what's going on at a place like City Hall or the county government. And when they aren't monitored, it's a great time for corruption.